Alexandra. Thanks for joining me today. You are an entrepreneur, a podcaster. You're a lot of things. You've been a lot of things, actually. You've been a salesperson, a designer, and now you're building platforms to help really raise up the design community across dealers in the United States. And it's pretty awesome. So,
Thank you.
CEO and founder of the Design Pop. Thanks for joining me.
You're so funny. I had someone send me a letter last year. He was a mentor of mine, and he addressed the letter to the CEO of the Design Pop. And like when the letter came in the mail, my kids are like, "What the heck is this?"
You're gonna have to make up like a new meaning for that acronym or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Doug, it's cool to be able to see the industry from different angles, and I just feel really privileged to be here.
Awesome. Well, I am privileged that you're joining me days before NeoCon. We're talking days here
Yeah,
before before
I
we head up to
know.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy time, right? I don't know about you, but between remembering if all the travel plans and things are booked, it's just nonstop trying to figure out where to be, how to manage all of Chicago, not just one location. It's a lot.
Yeah, there was probably an era for you where you would show up to Chicago and you just kind of moved about the crowds, and now everybody knows you everywhere you go. So it's your Chicago experience is different for you now.
It's a
But
little different for sure, but you know what? Like, it is still one of my favorite times of the year. I mean, how many times in this industry do we have a chance for so many people across so many roles and companies all gathering in one spot that, I don't know, it just energizes me every year. I think you're the same. Like, some people get, I think, stressed by it. For me, the days leading up might be a little stressful, but once we get there, man, it's exciting.
I agree. I equate it to the same feeling. So I loved school. You know, I had good school experiences. I know it's not for everyone, but you know, when I got back from school, back from summer, and I'm at the in the locker, you know, I'm seeing friends that I haven't seen in 2 months or whatever, even if they're acquaintances. Like I was always energized by that, and I kind of look at NeoCon as like my, like coming back to see everybody, even if it's for 3 days. It gives me sort of wind in my sails that carries me through the summer.
Yes, especially because July can be, a little bit like everyone's on vacation. It maybe isn't as loud that I feel like we need to go big on June.
Going big. So speaking of going big, we have you coming to the JSI showroom Monday for
Yes.
cocktail hour.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
so excited because I feel like, okay, so as my Chicago experience, you just said, it has kind of evolved. It used to be that I would walk the halls, and then maybe like the next year I would do an event where we're beating bracelets. Because if I'm being super honest, when you start a company, you don't have a lot of money for swag. And when you're at the swaggiest event, of our industry, you got to give something out or like give an experience, right? This is the first year where I feel like it's so neat to see that we have dealer designer micro events happening. And
Mm.
it's I don't know. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited about the JSI one, especially like this whole aura reading thing. I don't know, Doug, have you had your aura read?
I,
Because I
I
haven't. And like, I don't know what they're going to say about me.
I don't know either. I have guesses. In fact, like, and you've always been playful with color.
Yeah.
Like I mean that even led partly to the name, the Design Pop, right?
Hmm.
And so this aura reading, I actually, when the marketing team showed me this concept, this is like fall of last year, I was like, oh my God, I think this is exactly what people want right now. Because people love to learn about themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that word has been coming up. It's been like a little bit of a trendy word. And I think we're putting this opportunity out there for any of our guests to come and get their aura read. But to actually read your aura in front of a crowd is something I'm looking forward to, because
I mean,
like
and I can handle
the
it. Like,
truth
I'm
will be
excited.
told.
Yeah, like I'm just excited for what this person is gonna say, because you and I have known each other for so long that I don't feel like I'm a person who goes dark very often. So I'm
No,
not imagining this is gonna be dark, but what if it is? Like,
I
what
know
happens if the
that.
person is like, "Whoa, Alexandra, you have this," whatever
Like,
they
yeah, you
say.
belong in the Addams family or something. It's like I actually like that's the part that I'm really looking forward to is like ever since I've known you, you've been the same. Like you don't have these like weird swings or moments, and there's certain people you meet, they're full of pep and energy, and you're like, oh, come on, like there's no way you can sustain that. But
Yeah.
like that's
No,
you
I'm
like all the time. And
yeah,
so,
that's
your
fair.
energy level being so high, like if your aura comes back and like I don't know what the colors mean, but if it's like gray or something, I'd be
Yeah.
like, there's no way it can't be true.
Well, Doug, I'm just glad that we're doing this at like 3 o'clock because here's the deal. My husband describes me as a light switch. I'm either on or I'm off. There's no in between. I don't have a dimmer. So because I have this like very high energy, if we do this at 8 p.m., my energy might be dead. Like it could
Yeah,
come back real crazy.
that's funny. Yeah, I wonder if you'll just like break the machine. Like it'll just be like boom, it's done.
I can't wait. And I'm wondering if there's a trend line for dealer designers. Like, what is going to happen?
Ooh.
Because, when you look at things like disc assessments, I know, like, with the Design Pop, we've over the years done things like we've assessed dealer designers and dealer salespeople to kind of see how they fall. And definitely there are certain trends with that. Do the trends relate to aura too? Like, we're going to
Because
find
like
out.
aura is a real thing. Like
Yeah.
I guess it's a vibration that your body gives off based on a certain energy that you have, and there's a way to capture that and measure it, put some definition to it. And so this was all new to me, and I was fascinated by it. And it even kind of, I think, just the idea of knowing not just your own, but knowing that there's a bunch of auras out there, and
Yeah.
they're all important in their unique way. Like that to me, just creates a new conversation around diversity. That's kind of interesting.
It really is. I'm fascinated by how this is going to go because I feel like this is an area I don't know a lot about very clearly by this conversation. And so I'm just really excited to learn about myself, of course, because like you said, I think everybody does kind of want to like take that moment to look inside. It's also unique because normally for design days, for NeoCon, we're so focused on just furniture, like what's in the room. I think this will be a cool moment to be like, who's in the room?
Ooh.
What's the aura? What's the vibration? What's happening? And to see what that trend line looks like.
I know. I do think it'd be interesting to capture, like, and I know we're not making data out of this, that kind of ruins the point, but part of me does want to say like, ooh, could we capture like, title or something so that we could draw some correlation between, not like assuming there's going to be a correlation, but could there be a correlation in
Yeah.
aura and profession? It'd be interesting
I
to
think we need
see.
at least a hand raise, Doug. That's like my vote is at least there's a hand raise. Like who in here is list your color here, raise your hand. Something like
Yes.
that, right?
Yeah. So like, how would you start to describe that? Like, how would you start to describe the aura of a designer?
I don't know. But where my brain always goes is when we are talking about people where their entire like day is focused on accuracy, precise nature, trying to solve puzzles, but also needing to be decently like influencing and social while your brain is going in such a mechanical way. It takes really a rare person, I think, to be able to pull off all of that at once. And so
Yeah.
that's where I'm wondering if there's going to be some similarities in this aura. And maybe it's surrounding that sense of duality. And maybe the duality,
Ooh.
between like two colors becomes more apparent based on if you're one way or another. Like I will say again, like if I look at a disc assessment or something, like my disc is very much sunshine yellow. Like I'm almost off the chart in like the influencing manner. I shouldn't be publicly admitting this because it's a little outing on that one, but it's true. Like there's a reason I think
Yeah.
I thrived more in sales than maybe in being precise as a designer. So when I think about that though, like that is still a trait that a lot of designers have. So I don't know, is it somewhere between that and like how is energy impacted when those things are actually contrasting and having to smash together all day long?
I think this the duality that you mentioned is super interesting. Like this idea that you need to be both highly accurate and creative. Like to me, those things almost compete. Like it feels like different sides of the brain, almost like right and left.
Yeah.
And like that is, that is a hard thing to balance. Like you got to switch between those modes, or you got to figure out maybe your own process and how to do that so that you can maximize your creativity and not let go of accuracy when it's needed, because the stakes are high. That is one thing. It can be a high stressful job.
I think it is. And I did a webinar last week. It was really interesting because the webinar was all about like what technology systems our designers using. And we opened up a mural board. We had 200 people in a mural board at once going
Wow.
through and being able to create like essentially their own, card or something to throw into this mural board. It was totally insane. It was also super fun, very, very cool. But what it illustrated is how many different systems a designer is in based on these different project phases. And there might be some times where they're using competitive systems for different reasons. And so we're dealing with so much complexity. And then you mix in again, like this accuracy and everything else that just happens because of furniture specification, as well as following code and everything else. You smash it together and then mix in the fact that we're existing in a sales engine. I don't know. Like I said, I'm super excited to see what this turns out like, Doug, because I feel like the auras could just be so conflicting. Like this poor
Yes.
person, whoever you're bringing in, I'm sure she's amazing, but I'm just going to say she's going to be like, what the heck is up with these people?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, I mean, I'm sure people will be enlightened. Some will probably not be surprised at all. Yeah, I have my own predictions, but Monday night is going to be a lot of fun. Now we'll be doing this. I believe like all day Monday, and
Yeah.
then half the day Tuesday. So even if you miss Alexandra on Monday at cocktail hour, which I think starts at 3:30, you can catch your aura reading Tuesday morning. I wanted to ask you a little bit about Design Pop, just because
Yeah.
I've got you here. So I'm straying to another topic. What are you most proud of that you've created through Design Pop? Like when you think about what you've made here, and did you expect to get to where you are now at all?
Oh, most proud of. This is gonna sound weird because I wish it could be like I have more courses than anyone in the industry, because that's like what my response probably should be, is like where I'm monetizing, right? Like for $50 a month, you can have CT, beginner, intermediate, advanced, spec, you can have worksheet training, now align. Like we have a lot of robust courses that's naturally where like my brain should go. But the truth is, I think what I'm the most proud of is that people show up every month for a free monthly webinar, Doug. Like, I don't know. I mean, and again, like that sounds kind of goofy because it's free. But I think it's that people show up and on top of it want to participate, because I mean, you've said it on our webinars before, the chat windows are crazy. Like we have people who are like meeting new best friends in the chat window, and I think that's what I'm the most proud of. And I wish I could just be like, oh yeah, it's for sure like the money or something. But I have kind of always developed things under the thought of when you make the right decisions and when you do the right things, then people show up and like the money will just happen. So
Yep.
I think that's what I'm the most proud of is that belief. And what's weird is I did think I'd get here. And that, again, like I'm feeling very egotistical in saying that, but I remember when I first started being like, I know what this is going to be. And, but I'm also feeling like there's so much more to go. Like there's so much, we have to go so much further to actually give dealer designers what they need for the best onboarding, for the best ongoing education. Like we as an entire industry just have to do better. And I think where I'm struggling right now is that there are so many out there that don't understand that what they're doing is maybe fulfilling their own needs, but it isn't holistically serving dealer designers. It's helping spread their image and brand throughout dealerships, but it's not necessarily helping a dealer designer, because that content, that education, the way that you talk has to be different. They need something different because of this precision that we keep talking about.
I'm trying to imagine what you add when you say, we're not even close to being where we need to be. I don't know if you want to tip your hand at all, but, is there something that you're working on?
It's been a really big year. I should say like the last 18 months have been really big. I've partnered with Technion to put all of their CET training on the Design Pop.
Nice.
I would like to see other aligned manufacturers and open lines alike also participate and understand that, yes, they have their own LMS systems. And this is huge pie in the sky, Doug, but like, I just feel like we need one source for training. We're not a big industry. We can invest together to produce something bigger. The other side is, I want to see videos and training consumed where they need to be. Like, I want to see them in the tools. And so I will say I've been working with a manufacturer, and I have no problem admitting this, and a development partner on trying to get training videos that are manufacturer specific within like CET. And they're also on Design Pop, but like, let's be giving free access to people in certain ways. When they need help, they shouldn't have to like log in and pay for a subscription. They should be able to get what they need.
Wow, that's awesome. I love the innovation in terms of like how you serve up the content and where it shows up and that sort of thing. That's pretty cool.
Well, Doug, we're going to see if this works. It's like, I think every day what excites me is that there's always kind of like a new idea, and how we accomplish it is a little bit of a mystery. Like, it's so exciting, but then I also have my moments of like, is this going to play? And a lot of, the Design Pop has been pretty experimental, but I just am really thankful to people who have understood the value in it and understanding the value of the community, and people who have like sponsored me throughout all of this. I mean, like, it's that part to me is just really powerful. And I thank you for being one of those people too. I mean, geez, early days of Design Pop, and we're talking about like, hey, what could this thing be? And it takes a community of people to make something successful. It's not just one person.
Totally. Yeah. And I think the industry has rallied around you, and you've been a great supporter of manufacturers likewise. So it's been a really collaborative relationship. I love how you called out your, I don't know what to call them, the flock, the popsters, whoever's showing up for the free webinars. I mean, like, that's really cool. Like, just to have a community once a month like that you connect with. How do people find that? Like, if they hear this and they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I want to get on that call.
Yeah, you just go to thedesignpop.com and click on monthly webinar in the upper ribbon, and it's there. I mean, it's there. We have one free webinar a month. We also do one webinar that is just for subscribers only, so that way they can ask any question they want. But our monthly webinars typically have a theme to them. And we're entering Pop into Excellence season. So in the month of June alone, we will have 11 free webinars.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's Doug, every day there's something new to explore. And you know that too. There's a reason you're a podcaster, right? Because we have to uncover these stories and get to the bottom of things. And I don't know, it's just really a privilege to be able to have this vehicle to share with other people. But again, like, I can't do it alone. And I think for me, finding people to come in and contribute, whether that be via polling or if they are coming off of mute and just talking during the webinar, like, all of those things are appreciated and lovely.
Awesome. I love it. All right. One last question for you. What are you excited about these days?
I mean, summer.
Yeah, that's a fair answer. Especially if you have kids. If you have kids, like, there is something about the energy of having the kids in the house,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, here are the things I'm excited about. I have to say, like, I'm excited about Design Pop. Oops.
Are you there? Oh, I might have lost you. You're back. Hang on. Let's see what happens here.
All of a sudden, the whole Riverside just went down.
Yeah, that was weird. You went black, and then it's still recording. So
okay, good. Well, then I'll just start over on the excited part, and we'll just call it a day, right?
Yeah.
Every day I wake up excited about Design Pop. Like, that's just like, that's the baseline. Then you add in things like summer, kid activities. Doug, like, I'm excited because yes, it is June, but I haven't been on the ice in a month and a half, and hockey starts on Friday. And so I'm excited to skate with my kids, as well as 40 other kids. I'm excited to water ski this summer. Like, there's just so much, I feel like, the possibilities of summer. And then you mix it with so many cool things in the industry. Like, how could we not be excited for next week? Like,
no kidding.
Right? I mean, so it's all of it. And I don't know. I think that I'm a person, I try to wake up every day and find something to be excited about. And that's like a whole list of things. But I don't know, choose happiness is kind of where I'm at.
Love it. I love it. And I'm excited about the summer the same way. I'm not excited about hockey or ice. I don't touch either one of them, really. I mean, I appreciate a good hockey game. Sure, I appreciate it. But, like, no, I've never played. I don't skate. But little known fact about you, you were a really competitive figure skater that did it at a pretty high level. There's actually some others in the industry that I've met.
Yes.
I've met two others. I don't know if you know Holly Rao, and out in the West Coast in
I don't
SoCal.
think so.
Okay, you need to look up Holly. She was a highly competitive figure skater,
Awesome.
and just superb athlete. You
I'll have
guys
to ask
both
her if she's
look
traded
like
in
you
her
could still do it.
skates, like for hockey skates too, or like what she does.
Yeah, you know what? You should ask. You should ask. And then I do know there's one in Gensler.
Oh,
There
interesting.
was, and I believe he was like an Olympic skater that did the paired skating. What do you call that? When you?
Oh yeah, pair skating. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I did
Pair
not
or
think-
dance. Like, I mean, there could be
Yeah.
like a few different events, but like, yeah, basically pairs. Yeah.
Yeah, pairs. And I've heard him speak before. He's actually a phenomenal speaker, and he uses his experience as a skater to kind of bring context into design and other things. It's pretty cool.
Do you know the ultimate is, this is crazy, but I'm a huge fan. I think you know this. I'm a huge fan of the Wiser Than Me podcast with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I love that podcast. And you would not listen to it, but it's a lot of like seasoned women who just have amazing stories. She had Vera Wang on. Do you know that Vera Wang literally became a designer because she didn't make the Olympic team for figure skating?
What? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that either. And I'm listening to this podcast, and she's like, yeah, nothing teaches you more in life than falling. And I was like, heck yes, I agree with that. So
would
she's
you
not really in
say-
our industry, but she's super famous in like design stuff, Like there
Yeah.
are some applicable lessons, and with design, we can fall on our face sometimes too.
I mean, I can't imagine the learning curve behind figure skating. Like the frustration, and like I've just watched my son go through it with tennis, to where it's like if you've never played and you start playing for the first time, it feels like it's impossible to learn.
Yeah.
And then you keep climbing, and eventually like you hit a level where it's like, oh, I can have fun playing this now. I know what I'm doing. But I can imagine figure skating has to be similar. Unless maybe you were just so naturally athletic.
No, I was
that it
not.
came
I was not naturally gifted in any way, Doug. I'm going to be super honest with you. Like, it was just that I really loved to jump. Like, that was my thing, is I really
wow.
loved to jump. I was a terrible spinner. I just really loved to jump and do footwork and that kind of stuff. And so it's still to this day, that's probably why I'm okay playing hockey, is I'm like, or I don't play, I just skate, and I teach kids how to skate. But it's probably why I love it, is because to me, it's just like, how many crazy things can you do with your feet? Like, can you, like, I don't know. And the technique of all of it is fascinating to me, but, it's, I don't know. It's a fun thing to watch my kids learn, because it's a great team sport. And that's why
Yeah.
we've kind of adopted it, is, teach some teamwork. Because it's easy to get sucked into individual sports. And with figure skating, for me, that was always the negative, is that you're just by yourself and you're in your head, and there's the physicality, but then there's also what's happening between the ears, which is really tough.
Yeah.
And so it's neat to see so many options coming up for kids. I mean, geez, I don't know. I'm sure you're the same with your kids. It's like the sports that they have options to play now are so different than when we were little.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Totally
Yeah.
different.
Like my son started playing lacrosse, and I'm like, I know nothing about this sport. Like, can someone give me a crash course? Like, I literally need a rule book, because I don't understand this sport.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. That is funny. I have good lacrosse memories as a kid, but when I moved, I played, and then I turned 13. I moved to Southern Illinois, and it was like foreign. It was like it didn't exist. So
Yeah.
there were certain things that you give up. You give up then.
But you know what? It's never about the sport, right? It's about what you learn from it. And I mean, for some people, I guess if you're a professional athlete, all day it's about the sport. But I feel like for the rest of us, there's just so many life lessons that we can take from it and apply. And, again, it's like the summer of possibilities. Like, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to try new things. And that's what's so cool, is we're all going to try new things. Maybe we'll discover some new activity that we haven't tried yet.
I love it. You know what? That is my theme for the summer. You just nailed it. The summer of possibilities. I think that's it.
Hey, I have a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
make a list of like what you're going to accomplish in summer or like what your family's going to do? Like
Oh.
how do you kick it off?
Um, I have almost a calendar because there's a lot, and the kids are involved in a lot of
Yeah.
things. But I have things that I really look forward to in the summer
Mhm.
that are relaxing, and they're less goal oriented. But I have asked each of my kids to think about their own goals because it'll give them something to chase when now that school's out. But for me, it's gardening. Like,
Are you a big gardener?
oh yeah, and I try to make my garden a little better every time, and I get such a thrill,
What
when I
is it
have
like
the
vegetable,
opportunity.
native plants? Like what's the thing?
Vegetables, you know, if you
Wow.
count. I mean, I know like some people are technical, like a cucumber is technically a fruit, and so what's a
Whatever. I'm
tomato
not
lab.
technical.
They're all vegetables to me. They're all vegetables, unless it's like sweet, it's a vegetable.
Yeah.
um, anyways, yeah, so like that's it. Yeah, I grow vegetables every year. My garden gets a little bit bigger, a little more sophisticated. I kind of learn, I dial it in, and I get super proud of the stuff I grow. It's like my own little thing.
Do
That's
you
my
grow
summer.
zucchini?
I've never grown zucchini, no, because I don't have enough to do with it. Like I don't know.
Oh, Doug. Also, I can send you, if you decide to plant a zucchini plant, I'm sending you tips because you can grow them
Okay.
vertically. Since we live in the city, we have to do that. We're like,
Oh,
we don't have a ton of space. So in order to go bigger, our landscaping has become vegetables. And so we've had to figure out kind of some creative methods, but also I have a lot of recipes. I actually sneak zucchini into oatmeal even.
oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow. No, I've never messed with zucchini. That is a new one for me, and I would be open to it. I mean, I like it like a baby zucchini sliced up on the grill or whatever. But yeah,
All right, Doug, next time you're in Minnesota, you can come over. You can look at our weird garden because it's like the city garden. And I will make you only zucchini based food.
that sounds okay. That sounds okay. I
Like, not
might
great.
come.
I'm going to prove to you that zucchini is like a hidden wonder of a food.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
this is fun. Always great to hang with you. Super excited that you're going to come see us on Monday.
Me too.
And yeah, it's the summer of possibilities. Let's go.
It's the summer of possibility. I feel like this is the perfect interview to be like, hey guys, it's June 2nd. Let's do this thing.
All right. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.